What aspect of leadership do you think like you felt like you had to learn the hard way?
How to say no to people.
Oh, that's an important one. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some we had some stuff going on. Like we had people. I gave a little too much freedom to certain choreographers. Yeah, so I had to kind of rein that in a little bit, and then I feel like I allowed for a time, certain individuals, one in particular, who was incredibly toxic.
Oh, I can relate to that. Yeah.
And I had multiple people coming up to me like, "Hey, I hate to do this. Like, I love dancing so much, but I have to quit the team." Like, so many people came up to me like that, and I'd be like, "Why?" And they'd be like, "Well, this person, I'll call them Karen."
Appropriate.
Yeah.
For these times.
They'd be like, "Well, Karen told me that like basically like everyone was talking about me and like said I wasn't good enough to be here, and like I feel like Karen's the only one who believes in me, and like it just sucks. Like I hate like that no one wants me here, and I just feel like I gotta leave, and it's okay though. It's okay. Like I'm okay." And I was like, "That's not okay. That's not okay." No one was saying anything. It was totally fabricated.
Manipulating them into thinking, wow.
Which is what it makes you do. They make you feel like I'm the only one who values you. It was that thing. And I was just like, "You are amazing. Here's all the things I've heard people say about you when you're not around." And I would just list all the very true things that, are lovely compliments that people would say about these people to get them back dancing with us.
How did you handle that, the toxic person? Did you like sit them down, just like not take them in for the next audition? I feel like that would be the best passive aggressive way to go about it.
I know. Thankfully, it kind of worked out because they had wrote on their next audition, they had wrote like, "Oh, like might be pretty busy with my major and da-da-da." And so then I was like, "You know what? You guys, she's our friend. We have to respect her. We really want her to do well in school. I think we have to make this hard call. Like, I don't think she can get more." And everyone was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." So thank God she wrote that shit down on her paper. Woo. Who knows where we would be. But yeah, I had to learn, like, building a team is it's so different than just
being a dancer.
Like just being a dancer or just going to gigs as an individual. It's like a team is a whole different concept. Like you have to all understand why you're there, especially because like you're not getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like on a school dance team, like typically you're not making money on that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to all understand like what you love about dance and why you're there and what your purpose is, and you have to like establish what's okay and not okay.
Yeah.
So I learned that.
Yeah. I mean, I love hearing other leaders talk about their experiences as a director, because it's like, it really is different, because the way I can to it, me being a parent, is like you're going from the child to the older sibling to the parent. Yeah. So the amount of responsibility, and then the egos you have to keep in check. You have to keep everyone motivated to be part of the vision. So
yeah, absolutely. And then just like in terms of picking, like for you, it's probably different because your company is your company, but like, or maybe you've experienced it on other teams, like when you have to kind of pick your leaders who are to follow.
Oh, to
pass on the leadership role, so to speak.
To pass on. When I was leading FanBiz, like I was forced, in a sense, not forced, but I had to leave. And I had to give it to, I don't know if you met Mark, but my friend Mark, to take on the role. Most of the time I never left because I had a huge fear of if I left, would it fall apart? And then when Jordan came into the picture, obviously I couldn't do late night rehearsals anymore because I had to focus on being a dad. So once I left, I needed to pass it down so I could be the dad I wanted to be. So it was scary for me because for me it's a huge control thing. Like I like having the final say.
Totally.
But yeah, it honestly was relieving to know that I didn't have to do everything and it was doing well on its own. The part I didn't like or don't like is that as the leader changes, the vision changes. So the team that I left with is no longer the team that is what it is today.
Yeah.
So that's something I needed to be okay with, which is, yeah, like it sucks, but I'm glad it's still there. It still captures the same values that I wanted it to have. For me, again, being a control freak, it was just not the way I wanted it because I'm a fucking control freak. So, but yeah, and which is relating to you and how about building a team. I was honestly hesitant in building Temper Tantrum or starting it to begin with because you know how hard it is to go from the ground up. So it's like, for me, it's like, do I want to do it again? But then like everyone like who had done the City Walk performances, they said like they wanted to make it a company. And like for me, I'm like, you could be down, but you could be one of those people that are just talking, then you bounce. So
it makes so much sense though, because I remember like I had messaged you in forever, and then I saw like one of your guys' like City Walk things, and I like felt like an energy, you know what I mean, like this like good positive energy from the piece, and I was like, the fuck is this? Yeah. I messaged you, I was like, me. And you were like, yeah, okay, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, because it's like when something clicks and when you have the experience that you have and you have the failings that you have and you have like more refined purpose, I feel like the right people just sort of like.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for that. And like